Hello everyone, Hungry Harmony here, and this is going to be a new segment I'm going to call Blind Reading Fanfiction. And, well, why is it blind reading? Because I'm going to be reading fanfiction for the first time that I never read before. That's why it's blind reading. And I wanted you guys to see some of my reactions to what I read, because this actually happened in real life, that I was walking down the street reading fanfiction, and I squealed so hard, and people were looking at me staring like, are you okay? And I'm guessing you people who know what I'm reading will understand my reaction, but others around me were like, what is she doing? So that's why I wanted to do a special kind of segment of just blind reading where I record myself reading some fanfiction and you guys see my reactions to the story or how I respond to the story. So I hope you guys will like this, and I asked permission from Disney Fanatic to read her Bride of Discord. I have seen the audio drama, so I kind of know what's going to happen. However, I never read it before. I didn't even know it was written down before it became an audio drama. So for me, I am reading it for the first time. The story may be the same, but I've heard there are some differences between the audio drama and the original writing. So I can't wait, and thank you Disney Fanatic for giving me permission to read this aloud on YouTube for you. So thank you, and guys, please check her out on the channel. If you haven't seen Bride of Discord or Daughter of Discord, please click on the link below. I have it in the description if you want to check it out, and also the fanfiction where you can read it as well. Well, I don't want to keep you guys waiting, and I want to start reading this, and oh dear. Excuse my weird pronunciations, and if I just am weird, enjoy. Thank you guys, and let's just get started. Bride of Discord, Chapter 1, The Escape. Everything was going well. They had found the elements of harmony, and they were all returned to normal. Their enemy thought nothing of it, only yawned on his red and black throne as Twilight powered up her spell. Light illuminated the 6 ponies as they lifted into the air. It was the same as when they had defeated Nightmare Moon, until more light shot from their necklaces. What's this? Should do a Discord voice. What's this? I cannot do it. Discord said in wonder. Fluttershy had sworn to close her eyes, but opened one for a moment. Even though the bright light, she could clearly see the Draconicus's face. She recognized it as pure fear. No! He uttered. The Pegasus couldn't stand it anymore and shut her eye again, as Twilight opened hers, revealing them to be white. As a rainbow shot from their bodies, Fluttershy heard the creature's horrifying scream. She tried to block it out, but it was useless. That scream would forever haunt her. Oh my goodness, poor Fluttershy. Aww. When the blast was over, the friends gently floated to the ground. Ponyville was back in order, but there was something that wasn't right. Pinkie was the first to notice. Hey, where's Discord? Rainbow Dash rolled her eyes. Don't you know, Pinkie? We turned him to stone. I know that, but where's his statue? The others looked around. She's right. Where is he? I don't understand, Twilight lamented. That spell should have turned him to stone. Fluttershy gasped. We didn't kill him, did we? I don't think so. He'd still be here. Unless we vaporized him. Or turned him to grass. Rarity yelped and stood on her back legs. You mean we may be walking on him? Unless we vaporized him, Pinkie Pie shrieked. Or turned him to grass. Oh my gosh, Pinkie, why? Rarity yelped and stood on her back legs. You mean we may be walking on him? Rainbow and Fluttershy leaped into the air in horror. Oh my gosh. Guys, we didn't kill him. Applejack assured them, but then turned nervously to the purple unicorn. Right, Twilight? We shouldn't have, Twilight replied. The elements of harmony cannot destroy. They may work in mysterious ways, but they cannot destroy. Whatever they did to Discord, they at least returned everything to normal. So, what do we do now? Fluttershy asked. We must inform Princess Celestia about this. Ooh, I for some reason don't remember that beginning part. Huh. A few hours later in Canterlot, the 6 ponies told the princess all that happened. After hearing this, Celestia demanded to speak with Twilight in private. We didn't kill him, did we? She asked once they were alone. Celestia shook her head. It is not in the element's power to do such a deed. Princess, what do they do exactly? I mean, they banished Nightmare Moon to the moon, but then later changed her back to good. Why did they turn Discord into stone? The element's job is to restore balance in the land. It is complicated, but basically what they do is turn something into what it is on the inside. The first time they were used on Luna, she had darkness in her heart, and that's what banished her to the moon. The second time, there was something good inside her that wanted to get out, and that's what turned her back into my little sister. Discord, however, she trailed off and looked at the sad creature's picture in the stained glass. His heart is as cold as stone. Does he even have one? Every creature has a heart, though some of them refuse to show it. So what did the elements do to him now? She paused. Nothing. The unicorn's eyes widened. What? Nothing. He escaped before the spell hit him. Twilight was astonished. But I restored everyone's memories. Ponyville, it's fine now. The elements should have worked. They did, and Discord saw that. He saw that he could not break apart your friendship with the others, so he chose to be a coward and fled. Ooh, Discord, you a coward! What? How do you know that's what happened? I know, Discord. He's smart enough to know when to flee. That makes sense. So he's still out there? We have to find him. Equestria's not safe as long as he's free. No, he knows not to make another attempt to take over. Not without time to contemplate his next move. When he does, that's when we take action. But what if Twilight Sparkle? We do not know where Discord is. The only thing we can do is to wait for him to come out of hiding. When he does, I want you and your friends to be ready. Do you understand? She opened her mouth to protest, but then sighed and nodded. Good. Now I will leave the elements with you, so you will be ready when the time comes. But first, I will cast a spell protecting them, so Discord cannot take them again. Twilight nodded again. I understand, Princess. So the 6 ponies went back home and waited for Discord's return. They each wore their elements at all times for precaution. For weeks, they waited in agitation for their enemy to make his attack. They told no pony else that the spirit of chaos had escaped, for Celestia did not want her subjects to panic. Makes sense. It was because of this that the friends went about their daily routines as if there was nothing to worry about, but they each slept with one eye open, all except Fluttershy, who slept with 2. Oh, Fluttershy! Soon the days turned into weeks, then months. Until after a year, the ponies assumed Discord had left Equestria for good. They began feeling more at ease, with a few exceptions. Twilight became more and more worried each day and studied divination in hopes of finding their enemy's location. So far, she had no such luck. I'm sorry, Twilight. Fluttershy spent nights waking up with a scream after experiencing a nightmare where the monster had in his clutches. Of all the frightening creatures she had encountered in her lifetime, she had never been as afraid as she was of Discord. Even though she had not seen him in a while, he still haunted her. Everywhere she turned, his yellow and red eyes were there, staring into her soul. Sometimes he would appear as 3 butterflies, or as a stained glass image. Whatever form he took, he felt like he was always there, watching her. Creepy. She told her friends of this, but they said it was purely her imagination. Wow, you guys are great friends. This did not take any of the nightmares away. Oh, duh! Then Twilight became a princess. Wow, we skipped 2 years? A year? I forgot. Whichever. Which turned every pony's life around, of course. While Twilight was still living in Ponyville, she spent most of her time in Canterlot, or elsewhere performing her royal duties. As for her other 5 friends, they were all famous after saving Equestria numerous times and being friends of a princess, of course. Rarity's designs became more popular than ever. She had so many orders to keep up with that she had to hire help. Her sister, Sweetie Belle, had little talent in sewing, but did what she did but did what she could to organize everything. Her friend's Apple Bloom proved to have a great knowledge of design, and Rarity was so impressed that she made the young filly her apprentice. Oh, Scootaloo. Even Scootaloo provided assistance by making deliveries with her scooter. Oh, the CMC helping out Rarity, that's adorable. Rainbow Dash's dream finally came true and was recruited by the Wonderbolts. Yeah! With them, she traveled all over Equestria, performing her tricks and earning the praise she adored. She still made the time for her friends and offered them tickets whenever they were in town. Pinkie Pie attended all the shows and derbies and was Rainbow's biggest fan. Now, Pinkie's a loyal friend, that's for sure. While keeping her job at Sugar Cube Corner, Pinkie Pie kept a party planning service in Canterlot. Whenever there was a special event, the Royals called her. Not only did she always throw the best of parties, but she did it for free. How do you make money, Pinkie? She did not care for money, only fun. Oh, Pinkie, how do you live? How do you eat without money? Oh, well, with all the cupcakes he makes, but how do you make... I really wonder how Pinkie Pie makes money at all. How is she living? How is she alive? You know what? I forgot. Never question Pinkie Pie. When making visits to Twilight and Canterlot, Applejack would take the opportunity to sell her apples. Aww, they were much more appreciated once every pony heard they were grown in the princess's hometown. Aww. As a result, Applejack earned a lot of money and not only managed to buy a tractor for Big Macintosh and fix Granny Smith's broken hip, but added a new floor to the barn. Aww, so whenever her relatives visited, they could stay the night. Aww, it's sweet. Whatever money was left was donated to the Canterlot orphanage. Oh, that's precious. Whether she won... Oh, makes sense. Because of this, the orphans looked up to her. Oh, she also became a fan favorite of the rodeo competitions, whether she won a blue ribbon or not. Her athleticism was much admired, and cowboy attire was made fashionable, thanks to Rarity. Nice. In their new glamorous and comfortable lifestyles, the ponies slowly forgot about discord altogether. Every pony was happy. Save one. You mean except one? Every pony was happy, save one. I think that means to mean except one. Or I'm just reading it. Sorry. I'll keep going. Once the six were known to the public, many stallions began taking interest in Fluttershy, who had turned out to be a great beauty. She received a lot of gentlemen callers now, but she refused all of them. Although she was of marriageable age now, the Pegasus was not ready for such a thing, let alone dating. She had gained more confidence over the years, but the idea of romance terrified her. Having a boyfriend meant spending time with a single stallion. That might be the one, or might not. She knew he would be doing most of the talking, and asking, and touching, etc. She was not prepared for that. She continued having the nightmares. The evil face of the Draconequus would not leave her mind. She knew he was still out there, but he could come back to turn her nasty again. Ooh, despite the good fortune of her friends, she could not move on. She attended social events for their sake, but wallowed in fear when alone. Meanwhile, Twilight Sparkle was studying and learning more about magic, and being a princess each day. She took pleasure in it, but sometimes she would look out the window and wonder about her enemy in hiding. It had been almost 3 years since he had vanished without trace. Where was he? What had he been doing all this time? When was he going to strike? No pony knew. That's awesome. First chapter, The Escape. Oh man, there is some new things in here. Actually, like more information, which I do appreciate and like. Because like there's more about each pony's life that I didn't even know, unless I totally dozed out when watching the audio drama. But I like this. Ooh, it kind of gives me the shivers and makes me feel so worried for Fluttershy. I mean, we know what's gonna happen, or most of us knew, but it just... I would like to argue with her friends. I'm like, seriously, if the nightmares keep happening, someone comfort, or, you know, Luna, where the heck are you? It's like, help Fluttershy Fluttershy if she's having nightmares every night for 3 years? I am not surprised. Actually, I'm surprised Fluttershy hasn't gone insane yet. Oh man, I feel so bad for Fluttershy. Well, this was the first chapter of my blind reading, and please stay tuned for chapter 2. I can't wait to read chapter 2 as well, and I hope you guys liked my blind reading and how I'm kind of doing this. If you guys have any suggestions on other fan fiction I should read, please let me know in the comments. I'm up for MLP, especially FlutterCord. I love FlutterCord. And or maybe like a really good story. I'm not sure. I'm asking permission from these authors. So, but if there's one you guys want to see my reaction on when reading, please let me know in the comments. Please write it down. I'm also up for miraculous fanfiction reading if you guys want to suggest me that. But yeah, this is chapter 1, and I hope you guys will check out chapter 2. Hungry Harmony, out. Friendship is magic.